Lisa Raymond from Toastmasters WeSERVSpeakers. What I wanted to share with you today as an updated file, an updated video, was how you can track your meeting roles both on our free Toast Host website and record them also on our profiles in Basecamp for Toastmasters.org. As you may or may not be aware, neither of those two systems are connected to each other. So we have to do a little bit of manual work, but I think overall it helps the experience be much better because we're in control then of our meeting roles and what we're going after for finishing up for our paths and our levels. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started here. Now I'm logged in. Let me back out a minute so that way you can see where we're going here. This is where you're eventually going to end up. So let me go back home. Now, when you log in to Toastmasters.org, you'll get to your home tile, not your profile. This may take me out to the profile. Once you get to home, you should see your Basecamp. There you go, right there as you log in. So go ahead and click on this tile, go to Basecamp. And we'll get back over to Free Toast Host here in just a second. All right, this is where you land when you click on Basecamp. Yours will look different, but it's essentially identical. What we're going to do is go up to the upper right-hand corner where my name is. That's where your name is. Pull down the arrow and go to your profile. Okay, so click on that. It's the first one there. You'll see your information, your email, if you have an introduction, if you have interests, if you have social media handles, you can put all that in there yourselves. What I'm looking for is the meeting roles, which is right under, or about, in my case, about the middle. It depends what you have filled in. I have to add in my meeting role last week. I was Tristan's evaluator, speech evaluator. So I'm going to click the pencil in this tile in the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to select the role, which was speech evaluator. I'm going to put in the date. Now, the date lets you go backward and forward. I don't suggest forward unless you know for a fact you're not missing that meeting. Things happen. In this case, this was January, so I'm going to go backward to that date and click on it and then click Save. Once I do that for Speech Evaluator, you'll see that it added that date from when I was Speech Evaluator. And that's really it. Now, what if you're thinking, I don't remember what I did last or how I get there? No problem. Log into your profile on our website. That's WeServSpeakers.toastmastersclubs.org. So this guy right here, okay? Once you get to that home page, this is where you'll go click on Member Login. That's between the pink area and the yellow area. The yellow area is members only. So if you try to click something in there and you're not logged in, you're not going to see it. The pink area is for public-facing information. Go ahead and click on Member Login. You're added in here as a member, so if you start typing your name, you'll see it trying to auto-finish. So go ahead and hit your Tab key, and that will auto-finish the rest of the information for you. Then you add your password, and it will sign you in as a member. There you go. Now, what I want to do is go to an agenda so I can figure out what I'm doing. So I'm going to go to the yellow area and click on the meeting agendas. That's the first menu item you see. It should go to the next meeting that we have coming up. So what I'm going to do here is click on the little person icon here. That brings up something called meeting reports. You can see that just off to my cursor, okay? Click on that. It'll ask you if you want to pull a member report. Yes. For all people? No, not unless you're me. So if you're me as Vice President of Education, yes, you probably want to do that. In this case, I'm going to go pull up my name, which you can do too when you're logged in. See, I can pull up any member I want. That also could be because of my officer role. So I would say you all could probably do that. It depends on how you're logged in and your role in the club. So in this case, I'm going to go down to my name, and I'm going to go through the current year, which we start in our Toastmasters year, July 1st. Okay, June 30th ends our year, July 1st starts our year. You can also put in all the dates for all time. For some of you who are newer, that's not going to be a very long list. For me, that's going to be over 12, almost 12 years at this point. So we don't want to do that. I could also pick a date as a start date, so that way I can go from this date to this date. So I'll go ahead and do the current year and view report basis. Not necessarily. I can run and download. Now when I do this, it'll try and save it in my system as a PDF. If you don't want to do that, and that's fine, if this comes up in your system, just click on cancel. Now, if you want to save it for yourself, that's fine. Then you can see, I'll try and make this a little bigger for the video. You can see the dates of when I did meetings and what role I held. And there's my speech evaluator for January 27th, which is the one I just filled in at Toastmasters.org. Does that make sense? Then if you want, you can save this, or you can just look at this, then come back here to click the pencil and put in the date that you need. Does everything make sense? I hope. I'm going to stop sharing, but thank you for watching this today. I appreciate it. If it doesn't make sense, because I know it's a lot, this video is a resource. It can be used as often as you want. You can stop and start it, what we call scrubbing in the industry. So that way you can go back and look at it to get caught up. If you still have questions, give me a holler. I'll have my email down in the description. You can also call me, text me, smoke signal. I don't care. YouTube. No, not YouTube. TikTok. I'm on Telegram, WhatsApp. I mean, there's a lot of ways to find a way to get a hold of me. I'm not that hiding as far as trying to get a hold of. So let me know. Also, as you're going through our YouTube channel, if you see information that's not consistent with what you see online, let me know. And I'll go ahead and do an updated video for that. But I want to make sure I got this to the hands that we have of our newer people, because they're not used to it. Some of our older Toastmasters may not have thought they needed to track it. The reason I think we need to track it is down the road, I think they're going to connect both systems, or at least for Toastmasters.org. As we complete paths, me as the Vice President of Education could say, oh, sure, this person completed, not a problem. And they completed the functionary roles. That's another question popping up. Yes, they completed the functionary roles. What if Toastmasters.org decides to go look by connecting all that inside our pathways, which they have done, and find, oh no, it's not been done yet. So I'm taking you at your word. I didn't look, but now the system's looking. That can create a problem, and I don't want to have any problems to have to mitigate, if that makes sense. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to get on a Zoom with you guys, or do this in person if I can be there in person. Normally I'm there the second and fourth Tuesday of the month, and I will try and hold to that this year. So let me know. I'll have my email down below, and I'll see you next time with another video. And make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell. You never know when I'm going to put up another video. Thanks again for watching, and have a terrific day.